You're not lazy. You are just living in survival. And the procrastinating you're doing is your body doing what it was meant to do, keeping you safe. I want to start here because if you've been trying to fix yourself for years, hearing that you are in survival mode might be the first time something actually makes sense. And I was there too. I also genuinely wanted to change my life. I wasn't checked out, I wasn't apathetic, I cared deeply, but my body felt heavy, my energy felt low, and everything felt overwhelming. The confusing bit is technically nothing felt wrong. Everything looked okay on paper, but when you're in survival mode, you're so used to it, naming what is off is hard. Everything you're doing feels harder, and staying consistent feels next to impossible. For a long time, I thought my problem was a lack of self-discipline. So I started to be more strict with myself, more on top of it. That led to morning routines I never followed, planners I never used, and of course, fresh starts every Monday morning. And every time I fell off, I questioned myself, how can other people do this and I can't? Do I just not have what it takes? It wasn't my habits that weren't sticking. It was my self-belief, it was my self-trust, it was my self-confidence. And that showed up as staying longer than I should in unhealthy situations, not having the courage to take risks, a constant fear of rejection, my mind scanning for what could go wrong in every situation. No one really talks about the price of being in survival and how we stop ourselves before we even begin. It didn't just cost me results, it eroded my sense of potential. And what I didn't realize back then was that my body just didn't feel safe enough to sustain the changes I was asking of it. I wasn't unmotivated, I wasn't indisciplined, I was dysregulated. And once I addressed this dysregulation, I could finally move forward. Not overnight, but deeply, genuinely, and with so much relief. Before I regulated my nervous system, I tried a lot of things. Discipline, motivation, accountability, coaching, positive self-talk, and some of it worked, briefly, until it didn't. Because the moment life applied a little bit of pressure, stress, fatigue, uncertainty, I went back to old patterns. Not because I was weak, but because that felt familiar and that was safe. Safety was what my body needed more than anything else. Here's the thing most of us weren't taught. Your nervous system does not care about your goals. Doesn't care about your ambitions or your responsibilities. It doesn't care about your intentions or how much you want to change. Its only job is to keep you safe. So if you're living with chronic stress, old emotional trauma, unresolved issues, your body doesn't hear, I want change. It feels, this is uncomfortable, this is painful, this is unfamiliar, this feels like that time I got hurt. And this isn't just metaphorical. When you're under stress, the brain prioritizes survival over long-term planning. Stress hormones reduce access to the parts of the brain responsible for focus, consistency, and follow-through. And when your nervous system senses threat, even emotional threat, it hits the brake. And it isn't hitting the brake to sabotage you, it's doing it to protect you. That's why motivation fades, that's why self-discipline feels exhausting, and that's why starting over becomes a pattern. Think about how easy it is to start and complete something when you're on vacation, or to spark an amazing idea on a quiet Sunday morning. It isn't because you suddenly have more willpower, it's because your body's relaxed and your nervous system is regulated. It's easier to be consistent when your body feels safe. One of the hardest things for me to accept was that I couldn't think my way into more consistency. I understood myself, I had awareness, but no amount of awareness could override a nervous system that did not feel safe. That was both humbling and relieving because it was information that I could do something with. This is not a willpower issue, this is not a character flaw, it's not a mindset issue. Your body is not sabotaging you. It is just responding to the environment it has been living in. And the environment might be external, like a toxic workplace, or it can be internal, like chronic stress in your body. Once you start working with your nervous system instead of against it, consistency will stop feeling forced and it will begin feeling like the next natural step. And the truth is, most advice out there skips the body. It goes straight to just do it, try harder, push through. You got this. But you cannot build consistency on a dysregulated nervous system while you're in survival mode. So if your system is stuck in fight, flight, or freeze, it will always choose relief over repetition. That is not a flaw, that's just biology. And when you stop seeing yourself as someone who cannot follow through and start working with yourself as someone whose body needs safety, everything will begin to change. What has helped me regulate my nervous system is meditation, a lot of it. Trauma release experiences at Dr. Joe Dispenza retreats, and breath work. Most importantly though, I stopped overwhelming myself. These days I'm asking, what would make my body feel safe enough to stay? Sometimes that looks like laying down to meditate instead of sitting up. Sometimes that looks like working out for 30 minutes instead of a full hour. I am practicing kind consistency versus impressive consistency. And doing this is allowing me to heal while making things doable. If this landed, let it land. You don't have to fix anything right now. You don't have to start a new routine tomorrow. The biggest gift right now is realizing that you're not broken, you're not incapable, you are just in survival mode. And when you start creating safety, real safety for yourself, consistency does not have to be forced. You'll start showing up little by little and everything will begin to change. If you found any value in this video, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Send it to your friends. Thank you so much for watching. And as Dr. Joe likes to say, nothing changes until you change. Love you guys and see you on the next video. Peace.